Do Mexicans work harder than Black Americans? That's the question, man. We're going to get to the answer, man. Welcome to No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all in the episode of Run It With You. And tonight we got to run it about Rollo, man. He's on Say Cheese, and I think Sean Cotton must have asked him a question, man. You hired a lot of Mexicans, you hired a lot of black folks. Which one work harder? We're going to see what he say. I haven't watched this. We're going to react to it together. And I'm going to give y'all my answer, too.
You said that you would rather hire Mexicans because niggas are lazy. Is that how true? Like, is that you trolling or is that something that you really live by?
If me and you did some push-ups right now, right? And if a Mexican right next to us, some kind of way God blessed us with our muscles popping out a little bit more than theirs. If if some a lot of Russians, you see how tall the motherfuckers be? They be tall as hell. So what I'm saying, like, I just think God created certain people for certain shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, a bad bitch supposed to be with a rich nigga. You know what I'm saying? She fine, this nigga, God bless them and get them a bag. They supposed to go together. And Mexicans, can't nobody outwork them, in my opinion, when it come to that. They come in that motherfucker and they just get them.
Okay, I see where he going with it. He going, well, every different race, every ethnicity, they got their shortcomings and they got they spots where they show out. So he basically saying black people, we physically gifted, but shortcomings, niggas is lazy. Mexicans, they work hard, but shortcomings is literally they short. Russians, they tall, I don't know well a Russian shortcoming at, but basically everybody got their pros and their cons. That's where he going at with it. But when it comes to that working shit, nobody outworking the Mexicans. Now, what do I believe? Do Mexicans work harder than Black Americans? Overall, in my opinion, yes. I'm gonna tell you why. I think it's because of culture. In their culture, they men go out there and work. They women stay at home, or sometimes they out there working with their man. Whether it's they got a food truck, got a taco truck or whatnot, they gonna be out there working. Or the female might work the taco truck on her lonesome, and the man might work the landscaping. Because one thing about them, they don't mind working hard when it comes to working for themselves in an entrepreneur spirit, and they don't mind working hard when it comes to working for a company. A black man, niggas, they gonna want to work hard for themselves, whether it's in the streets or whether they got some type of entrepreneurship. But when it's for a company, like I say, it's culture. In our culture, a lot of people think like Dame Dash. Oh man, you working for a job, man. You ain't got no entrepreneur type of spirit with you, man. You gonna always be a slave. They look at the place you go punch your 9 o'clock at. It's a slave yard. Females, if you got a 9 to 5 jobs, you look down on. Females, if you got a 9 to 5 job with the Mexicans, they could work with you because you got a job, you got money coming in. And Mexican girls, they don't need you to make this amount of money. As long as you can provide for the household, that's all that matter. But women, our black women, they want you to make a certain amount of money because they're going to make a certain amount of money. And now you got to make either they level or above them because they're going to really treat that hypergamy stuff to the next level, So it's basically like with Maria, all you got to do is have a job. She don't care if you work at a car wash. She don't care if you work at the warehouse. That's it. But Alexis, if you working at a car wash or a warehouse, you ain't doing nothing much, because she feel like, well, shit, I'm working at Amazon. We make the same amount of money. I need somebody who can make more than me. But Maria ain't worried about that. And that's where the culture come in. you know. So now that the females looking down on the 9 to 5 dudes, dudes looking down on the 9 to 5 dudes. Oh man, you ain't no boss. You know, you got a job. You got to go punch a clock for the man. You at the slave yard, you know. So I think when it comes to, you know, different cultures, different mindsets, I think that's what it is. And when it comes to working for a company, dudes want to come in late, leave early, you know, and people like to brag on, oh, my job, I don't do nothing. You know, when they do get a quote unquote job that they like, or a good job, they like to brag on how much least work they do, you know. Oh, my God, I got a cool job. I don't do nothing. All I do is woo, 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 and that's it. And I go home. To whereas Mexicans, you know, they ain't really flexing that they don't do nothing at their job. They, you know, the job is the job. Work is work. It is what it is. Even when you seen that one video that went viral with the Mexicans fighting during the roofing, man, the Mexicans was fighting, fell off the roof with the fight when they got on the ground. After that, couple of seconds went by, got up and was acting like nothing ever happened. They probably went right back to work, popped open the Modelo and just went to work and finished the roof. And that's another thing. The Mexicans gonna do your job and have it done in a timely fashion. If they start a project and it's the 12th and they say they'll be done with it by the 16th, that project gonna be done on the 16th. If black people start a project on the 12th and they say it's gonna be done by the 16th, it probably don't be done till the 19th, you know. So that's why I be saying, man, it's different cultures, you know, and what we value and stuff like that. And even when it comes to the streets, Mexicans and all that, when it comes to, you know, lower level or even big level to the cartel, they gonna run it efficiently and they gonna run it like it's a, you know, this is the work, you know.
Trailing and shit like that. We want to take a break. We want to chill. We want to go see our girlfriend. These niggas got their nephew, nieces, girlfriend, grandchildren, everybody in one house. They all coming to work. This nigga mama been painting him. His dad.
You know what I'm saying? They girl come to work with them. To whereas the black woman, she gonna be either at work or she gonna be at home and she just wants you to just do everything. They really support their man.
Daddy dead. His mom, tell him, this man daddy dead. Done show his mama how to paint. His mama downstairs painting, putting motherfucking baseball right now as we speak. This is my son. So I just think that you can go ahead and work. I appreciate it. I just think that, and they can't outwork us in certain ways. How many Africans you know scam? And they can't outwork us in certain ways. Fuck how we put it. And they can't outwork them. I don't give a fuck how we put it. And they can't outwork us in certain ways. How many Africans you know scamming? Them bitches barely know English, but we can't beat them in that. We can't beat them in that. Like, is that certain shit? Like white people. Not to say nothing bad against them. Some kind of way when a white girl gets some black dick, it's kind of over with for them. Is that certain shit for certain people, man?
Yeah, niggas are lazy though. Like to keep it a buck though.
You know, and then I think it depends on what niggas you talking about. Like when you say black Americans, they got niggas, you know, who like street niggas and hood niggas. Okay, put it like this: a street nigga and a hood nigga are two different type of niggas, and they got your regular niggas. Me, I consider myself a regular nigga, but you know, at the end of the day, it's street niggas too. And street niggas, they don't really do well when it comes to a job because they feel like they should be in the streets getting their money. So when they do work a job, they don't have plans on being there long term. So if they're not going to be there long term anyway, they ain't going to put their best foot forward. To whereas a Mexican, they trying to come in and show out on day one. You know, now if they can be there long term and level up and move up, then that's cool. You know, or they want to go up in there, make their money to put that money towards, you know, whatever entrepreneur stuff they got going on. And it's a reason why the Mexicans be at Home Depot trying to go work, more than the black people, you know, because the culture. It ain't just because, they ain't got the identification and it's illegals and stuff like that. Even if they did have the identification and they were legal, they will still be on that corner to get work if they ain't had a job at the moment. But a nigga ain't gonna do that. It'd be hard enough to get a nigga to go to the unemployment office or go to the temp service, you know? You know what I'm saying? A nigga will go donate blood plasma before they just be out there in front of Home Depot. And then a nigga feel like they getting clowned. To whereas in their culture, they respect that. But if you was a nigga just waiting around for somebody to pick up in a truck to go do something, you going to get clowned. You already seen it on the wire. When your boy got out of jail, he was doing the boxing or whatnot. He was trying to find work, do landscaping and all that. What the street dudes was doing, clowning him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different culture and mindset. And like I say, street dudes, they frown upon a job. Regular niggas, they don't mind working a job. They gonna just get in where they fit in, you know? They gonna work a job, you know what I'm saying? They might do some entrepreneur things of that nature. And then they got hood dudes. A hood dude, the difference between a hood dude and a street dude strictly mostly trying to get this money in the streets, doing illegal things. A hood dude is just a dude from the hood. Now you could get a mixed bag with that. Now if you just a lazy motherfucker, you're a lazy motherfucker. And you're gonna have some lazy Mexicans too. But for the majority, most of them gonna work hard. You know. So that's just my take on the whole situation. Now I know a lot of black people, when it comes to wanting a lawyer, they might go want a Jewish lawyer. Better chance to get off. When some street shit go down, you gonna want a street nigga to holler at. You know what I'm saying? When you do some scamming and all that, you can go fuck with the Africans. When, you know what I'm saying, everybody, when you need some work done around the house, around the yard, or paint, or whatever the case, any type of work that comes with any type of landscaping, painting, any type of yard work, all that type of stuff, you're gonna holler at the Mexicans. Everybody got their field of expertise, So that's all I feel about the situation. Me personally, if I was to know some black dudes who do know how to paint, do know how to do landscaping, I will hire them before I hire the Mexicans, because I will at least give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you burn me, then yeah, I'll go holler at the Mexicans, because they'll probably do it right, on time, and for cheaper. And like I say, man, it's another thing. Different culture. It's a lot of them in a house, sharing a house, not even running through toilet paper, because they still bring that same belief system over here from Mexico when it comes to the toilet system and using the pipes and all that. Like, they know how to really build generational wealth. To whereas black people, man, once you 18, you gotta get up out the house. Having all these babies with different type of women, man. They having babies with the same woman. I know a Mexican dude. Mom and daddy had 12 kids together, dog, and still together. Like, and all of them be living in the house. All of them work, and all of them bringing money back to their household. Like, that's how it be, bro. It's a different culture. Culture is everything. Black Americans act way different than them UK black people. You know why? Because it's a different culture. Black Americans act way different than black Canadians. It's a different culture. The culture is what is that's gonna set the foundation. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section. Y'all feeling him on what he's saying? Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.